Hello, welcome to your daily tarot reading. I wanted to post a post full moon message yesterday. I didn't get the opportunity to do that, so I'm kind of going to do that today. I'm attuning the cards to this collective, calling in the spirit guides, channeling guides, healing guides, ancestors, and any benevolent beings that we feel close to come through in this reading. You are welcome here now. And let me just get out of the way so that I can be a channel for this message. How are you doing after that full moon? It was like so intense. It was deep, it was intense. It's a lot. Interesting energy. We're going to pick a card from the wild, unknown animal spirit and get into this reading, okay? Buffalo energy, buffalo spirit. Okay. Let's see what the buffalo has for us. Connected to the energy of, I found it. I just want to see. I think it's the earth energy. Yeah. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti, devotion. Bhakti is devotion. So like singing. If there's some kind of benevolent being, deity that you are connected to, praying to that deity, making an offering, that kind of thing. Okay. I love that. Let's get into some tarot and see what's up with this collective, why the buffalo is coming up right now. Because it could also be that there is some kind of challenging moment. I mean, that full moon was, okay. But you're in good spirits, so that's good news. At least the buffalo card says that. King of Cups. Oh, wow. King of Cups, Four of Swords, and Ace of Cups. All right, so you may be a masculine water sign. You don't have to be, but I do see a King of Cups here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We were just talking about Scorpio. I see that you are either taking a rest or contemplating the beginning of a relationship. Ace of Cups. This is, or something that you have like deep feelings for. You have emotional ties into something, and right now I feel like you're you're heavily contemplating this. You're kind of spending some time like in your own little world because you're contemplating this Ace of Cups. Why is this King of Cups here, Spirit? What's up with this King of Cups? Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, you're in a transitional moment right now, okay? And in those transitional moments, sometimes energy can be a little bit iffy, you know what I mean? So we're going to keep going, but King of Cups is somebody that is very like heart-centered, very empathic, very emotionally driven in life. They make most of their decisions based on emotions. And obviously there's two sides to that coin. This King of Cups right now is in the upright. So I do feel this energy is like somebody that's very like happy, like they're you know, positive. And we did see that buffalo energy, you know, saying that even in the face of some kind of challenge, the buffalo spirit, you know, perceives it as an opportunity for upliftment and growth. This Four of Swords, okay, yeah, and then the Wheel of Fortune coming in right under this King of Cups tells me that there's some kind of cycle ending and a new cycle beginning. So that could be the cycle, this new beginning in love, okay? But why is the Four of Swords here? Because the Four of Swords card is kind of like this card of like needing to rest, taking a break. So maybe that's what's, I don't know. Let's see. That's the challenge. Yeah, maybe that could be some kind of challenge. Why is this Four of Swords here, Spirit? That's too many cards. Why is the Four of Swords here, Spirit? The Lovers. There's a choice that needs to be made in love, and something that you're emotionally connected to. I see the owl twice here, and the owl did open up in the other collective, and it's about like knowing, okay? It's a good energy, but it's like about knowing and seeing and knowing what to do with what you're seeing and what you're knowing. Okay, so the Lovers, we know it could be very literally there is some kind of lovership here that is at the beginning of its, like it's in the beginning stages, okay? And this is a new cycle in that lovership, all right, with the Wheel of Fortune. This is two major arcanas, so this is a pretty important lovership. It's an important choice to make. And we know that if there is a choice, it's like usually the choice, but like that you see within the Lovers is like somebody that really pulls at someone's like, you know, more like earthly, worldly self, like their smaller self, and then somebody that like lifts them up higher into their higher self, okay? So like somebody that seems like they're a good match for them, but in this like earthly realm, like, you know, when it comes to like, oh, we like have matching jobs, we like, you know, make the same income, like or they make more than whatever it is. But then there's another choice where it's like, I feel so connected to their heart. Like we have this spiritual connection. Like, so it could be like choices like that where it is really confusing, you know, it's confusing for the person that's choosing, especially because I see in this deck, the Lovers includes the Three of Swords. So there's some kind of healing, heart healing that's happening here too, all right? And I think that that's why this Four of Swords is here. Somebody's like heavily contemplating about this, okay? Why is this Ace of Cups here, Spirit? Too many cards. Queen of Wands. Okay, so there is a Queen of Wands in the mix here. So usually somebody like with like strong passion, like leadership ability. This person, you know, traditionally is shown with a black cat sitting at her throne. And so black cats could be important. But they're also just, it's like the protection that they have with them, okay? And also their care for like, for animals, I think. They're just like, the Queen of Wands is very passionate and caring. She can be really fiery too, you know what I'm saying? And like, the fire signs are connected to them, but like even with the King of Cups, it doesn't have to be like the signs, you know, but you could be dealing with a fire sign here, but there is a new beginning with this Queen of Wands. All right, what's the guidance for this King of Cups in this transitional moment, Spirit? Eight of Swords. So, King of Cups, because I feel like that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a masculine with these personality traits. Or you could be dealing with the King of Cups. But so for this King of Cups, the guidance that I'm getting is Eight of Swords. And it's like really about like getting yourself out of the victim mentality here, because I feel like maybe this choice in this transitional moment is weighing heavily on you. That's why you're like, I need to fucking rest. I need to like think about this. I need to rest with that Four of Swords card. But it's really about you getting really clear about what you want and like getting clear, taking off the masks, okay? Because like, I feel like, you know, part of you knows exactly what it is that you need to do, but another part of you stays kind of in the victim, like, why is this happening to me? You know, like you're it's funny because we started with a buffalo, and it is like very much like positive energy that's carried with the buffalo, talking about challenge, you know, like seeing opportunity within challenges. So I don't know, with this Eight of Swords though, I'm like, well, why, you know, this transitional moment seems very like it's you know, hard on you mentally, but there's something that you really need to just uncover and confront. Okay, let's keep going. What is the guidance in regards to this lovership? The King of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Okay, so yeah, you're like, in regards to this choice, in regards to this lover's situation, the King of Pentacles is somebody that would go all in. You know, they would invest like they would invest themselves. They would give of themselves generously in this lovership. Nine of Cups. This is like, you know, a strong heart connection. This is a strong heart fulfillment. Like this is actually it's a wish being fulfilled. Okay. So maybe you made a wish about this lovership a long time ago, like you know, like you had this wish and now it's coming into fruition. But it is a little bit, I do feel like a little bit of stress here with this Four of Cups. I'm sorry, with this Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Like it's just a little bit of like, there's something that there is being like, can't be let go, okay? But, you know, at least in this reading, the guidance is saying like, you know, go all in. It's the King of Pentacles. You have it in you. You have the resource, meaning emotionally and like in the physical world, you have the resources to invest in this. All right, can you give me more about this Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands, Spirit? Give me another affirming card, please. The Emperor in reverse wanted to come in. I'm just going to place them upright. Okay, why did the Emperor want to come in reverse? Because I feel like this, whoever this is, like in regards to the Queen of Wands, they feel very, very overprotective of her. Like they feel like very, so much so to the point that it could be a little bit controlling. Why was this Emperor in reverse, Spirit? Knight of Pentacles. One more card. So yeah, okay. I think that someone feels very overprotective about this Queen of Wands. It's like kind of almost to the point. And I have Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck though. But they like, I don't know, is it because they're taking their time? Maybe this Queen of Wands is moving a little bit slower. Like I see Temperance here. Sagittarius could be important. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of stumped me a little bit because there could be also like a father figure here, some kind of elder. figure that's like protective and making this like connection. Okay, so what are the, let me use another deck and see if I can get some answers here, okay? Let me see if I can get some answers here. Because now, like with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, well, she was at the bottom of the deck. I must have shuffled her away. So, never mind, she's gone. She was like, nope, not for me. Okay, can I get a clarity on this King of Cups? Where is this King of Cups in regards to this lovership? Where is this King of Cups in regards to this lovership? Seeking the truth. Okay, so they're still, the King of Cups is still trying to figure things out. That's why the Eight of Swords is there too. I think they want to make sure that this lovership is like legit to invest in, that it's like the right thing for them. They do feel very overprotective about this Queen of Wands, and they want to take it slow. Knight of Pentacles. They really want to temper the energy. They want to make sure that they do everything just right, okay? But this, I'm feeling though that this Emperor, like there's something about this energy that really like, it kind of makes them lose a little bit of like their composure, I should say. It makes them lose their composure a little bit. So they're trying to make it like, they're trying to go slow with it, okay? All right, is this lovership about a choice or, you know, what is this lovership about? The Three of Swords just popped out. There could have been some kind of like major pain. Remember that movie, Major Pain? So not connected to this reading, or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it means something to you. But there could have been some majorly painful experience that happened here in this lovership, okay? With sadness and isolation, and there's like healing. I said that, didn't I? I said that. Like, so here we see the Three of Cups, okay? That this sign, the symbol right here, the heart with the three swords coming through, that's the Three of Swords. And this is the Three of Swords in this deck, okay? Sadness and isolation. So I think that this lovership is kind of like, it symbolizes a healing of some sort, okay? There's some kind of healing happening within this. And I'm really feeling like, okay, so the solar plexus chakra came up, and I think there's a power struggle here too. Maybe that's the thing, why the Emperor came in reversal. There's some kind of like power struggle. I'm not really sure where this is going. Okay, so, wow. Do you know what just came through? Well, you know, you don't know what just came through. Maybe you do. I don't know. But as guidance, the Emperor in reverse is saying, protect this energy, protect this connection, protect this Queen of Wands and this Ace of Cups, this beginning, by moving slow. And that makes so much sense, because yesterday I did another reading and it was like about this like new connection, and somebody just wanted to like rush in, and it was like slow down, you know? So the way to protect this connection and to really like uplift it, to really bring in the, like to take it to the most, is to invest in it slowly. Knight of Pentacles moves really slow, and to temper the energy, take it, you know, two snails, there's two snails here. Look at this. So like snail-like energy, all right? There is no rush with this. This is actually a very protected connection as well, I'm seeing. And there still are some things that need to be clarified. Seeking the truth, Seven of Swords. There's not all the cards are on the table here in regards to this connection. Not everything is totally being revealed. There's a little bit of like imposter syndrome. There's a little bit of like, you know, do I have what it takes kind of energy. That's why that Four of Swords is here for sure. All right, what about this Eight of Swords with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor? What clarity for the guidance here, Spirit? Lead, the Emperor again. Yeah, so I think that, okay, if you're, I did start off saying that I felt like this was for masculine energy, so, and very much like masculine, Emperor's twice on the table here. So, lead, yeah, I think that you're actually meant to lead this relationship into its success, okay? And you're meant to do that in a very slow and methodical and strategizing way, all right? I don't, yeah, I was seeing a buffalo moving like really slow. And again, to just like be really clear, like, I think you might be hiding certain aspects of yourself right now. And you need time. You need time to really reveal who you are and reveal yourself, okay, in this connection. And so in order to do that, you're going to have to really take your time, okay? Can you get me one more clarity card for this, Lovers, please? Believe and succeed. Six of Wands. So there is a lot of success within this connection, okay? I see, yeah, it's definitely a relationship, okay? Look at the boat. I don't know what you call the front of a ship or boat. I should, because I have so many freaking sailors around me, but I don't. It's not the mast. No, I'm going to embarrass myself. So I'm just going to let it go. But there is a lot of, success within, it could be a successful connection is what I'm trying to tell you. Can you clarify this Queen of Wands? Give me another like affirming personality trait maybe. Eight of, oh, I see. Oh, how sweet. This person would really put in a lot of effort and work. They will, the Queen of Wands will put in a lot of, yeah, oh, wow. The Queen of Wands will put in a lot of effort into this. Potentially Cancer energy here with the Move card, the Chariot card. This person does feel ready to move forward. Like their heart is in alignment. They're open, like they have the space to basically put in work into this relationship, okay? They're like in alignment with their heart. They know what they want. They know their values. They like, so they have the ability. And also, the Heal card came in here. So I feel like this person is also ready to like do some healing work within this relationship, okay? Let me get some, actually, I just need one more. I don't know why I'm like feeling like one more card for this Emperor situation over here. Daydreams and decisions. It came in its reversal. So I think this Emperor though, like, I don't know. I mean, if you're the Emperor, King of Cups, yeah, could be. I mean, like, I feel like, well, whoever this Emperor is, there is some things that are kind of like distracting them, okay? They're a little distracted, a little bit like feeling a little split. There might be some choices to make here. Well, I said that with the Lovers. There are choices to make here. Priorities, you know. If you want this to be a successful relationship, it's going to have to be prioritized, okay? You're going to have to protect it, and you're going to have to prioritize it, okay? This Queen of Wands is like ready. She's ready to like move forward. She's ready to like, you know, say, let's do this. And now it's just about like, you know, the Emperor locking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want this, you're going to have to lock in, okay? That's just it. All right, so what does, I'm going to do masculine energy. Where's this masculine energy here now? Where is this masculine energy now, Spirit? Take that one. Releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. Only you, devoted, attached, crave, obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. Ooh, okay. So there's something that they're letting go. There's something they're releasing. With that Eight of Swords, that's what I was picking up, and the Seven of Swords. So there could be something internal that this masculine is kind of like, you know, getting clear on and releasing, some kind of like hang up that they have about themselves, some kind of you know, doubtfulness about this connection, but they are really, you know, into whoever this Ace of Cups, this Queen of Wands, whoever this new beginning is with this Queen of Wands, they're into it, okay? So they're in it. They're just taking their time. And I do feel like, you know, there are some things that are distracting them a little bit, but releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away from something. All right, where is this feminine, Spirit? Oh, wow. All right. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, but look, I got the Divine Feminine Affirmation card because Spirit was about to ask me, like, what about to tell. So, all right, this feminine is actually in a little bit of a, they're like having a hard time. The feminine is having a hard time. They're feeling like the connection is a little bit shallow. Like they're, you know, it's getting like, maybe the slowness of the Emperor is like making the Divine Feminine question whether they are into, I don't want to put genders on it. It's just, you know, that's where my brain does. So please forgive me. But it's like the Divine Feminine is saying, like, she came in to like affirm to me that this is the Divine Feminine. Okay. So, and she's in pain. There's like some kind of pain, like body pain, I feel like, and also feeling a little apprehensive and afraid and cautious. And again, I think like she's mirroring the slowness of the Emperor tempering. Like, you know, she's taking it as like, oh, like they're not into me, you know, that they're not really that into me. They're not showing me, you know, that they're into me. And so this is causing a little bit of pain and feeling like maybe this connection is not what I thought it was. And this feminine is kind of at her breaking point, this limit, a final straw, feeling overwhelmed. So, okay, if I'm talking to the masculine, I think that, you know, maybe if you really want this, and I see that, you know, you probably do with the only you, like you're obsessing over it, that's showing a little more, you know, I'm just saying, because, you know, as a feminine, we need devotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be shown. Like, we need to be actually not just told, like, oh, I'm thinking of you. Oh, that's like, you have to like show, you know, you have to show, take action and put in the effort. Okay. In order to, so that you can feel also reflected, you know, like, I think that's all it's going to take for this feminine to kind of, come out of this because I feel like it's more of like a mental kind of thing. Like they're just in their head a lot. Because again, like I said, this Emperor, the Seven of Cups did pop up here in its reversal. So there could be something that, you know, you're distracted with and not giving a lot of attention to this and into this energy. And sometimes we think, oh, well, we have a great connection, and so they're not going to go anywhere. But meanwhile, you don't know that the other person is like at their breaking point and ready to be like, I can't do this. If you don't like pay it, if you're not going to like prioritize me, if you're not going to put me, you know, like if you're not going to show me that you want me in your life, then what am I doing here? You know? Okay, so and if I'm talking to the feminine, know that yes, this Emperor is distracted. There are some distractions here. There's some things that they need to release and walk away from, and they need to let go of something. And they're in the middle of doing that. It's a tempering energy, and maybe you need to be a little more patient, but also maybe there is some communication that needs to happen. Like, hey, you know, I'm feeling like this and like this. So let me get some closing. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of fear in this connection too, coming from both sides, but mostly from the feminine, actually. Like they're like feminine. I really feel you, like you're having a lot of thoughts about, like, you're really second guessing this a lot. And I feel like right now with that buffalo energy as well, like coming in at the very beginning, like you need to really ground yourself. The buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. Okay? So you have to trust this process here. All your fears about you guys not being compatible, about, you know, they're just going to abandon you, that like love doesn't exist, all your jadedness from past pain, or that you're like too busy, or that they're too busy to like be in this relationship. Like you really need to work on that. That is for the feminine. That's what you need to release. Okay. For the masculine, I think that maybe you are a little busy, or you have some other distracting things that you need to, you know, let go of, because if you continue, you might, you know, there's a potential of losing this feminine, because she's not very patient is what I can say. Queen of Wands is not very patient. Nope. She likes to get things done, okay? She likes things to happen and to get things done, and she likes things moving. Like, what are we doing? What, you know, where are we going? How are we going to do this? You know? So, all right. Good luck. Good luck with this connection. I hope that you guys figure it out. It looks like it's a lovely connection. There's love here. I see someone that really is invested. King of Pentacles. The masculine is very invested, okay? And I think Divine Feminine, you know, remember who you are. Remember what you, remember your values. And yeah, don't settle for anything, but also communicate and you know, use your words. And focus on yourself. You know, if you're in body pain, go get a massage. I do see the energy of pain here, okay? But also it's like inner struggle. Like I can feel that you're just like overly cautious about this. But from the masculine side, it doesn't look like there's a lot of like, there's a couple of red flags that are, I should call them like yellow flags, you know, like, you know, but I think that their heart is in the right place with that King of Cups. So there's some things that need to be, some loose ends, some cleaning up to do. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon with another reading. Take care.